obviously being from the community, from the Signori community, I'm sure I can understand the differences more. But a lot of the issues are similar between communities, and the way communities, especially marginalized communities, organize is similar. There's, gatekeepers, there's individuals that you can reach out to that know their community and that can help you understand what that community does and how they organize and, where you pull together. So it's different in the sense of sometimes the issues might be different, but they do organize very similarly. And I find within our own community, our gatekeepers, especially in politics, tends to be older male, and there's very few female, very, very few. I think you could probably count on one hand. In other communities, it's not like that. Other communities, some females might be more politically charged and be the gatekeeper. So it's very different and similar at the same time. And there's more expectations in our community in terms of how you organize when you come from that community.
If I can just add, through your experience, do you think that the gatekeepers are moving from the older community to the next generation? Do you see that rise of young people now being the gatekeepers that politicians should be targeting?
Are you talking specifically in the Punjabi community or in different communities? I see that a little bit, not as much as what should be happening. I do find the younger generation is more willing to work together, like everyone on this panel, for instance. Whereas the older generation sometimes can be more polarizing. But again, those are, it depends on who you're talking to. It's not translating over as much as you would think. Like a lot of the knowledge is still kept with the older generation.
Totally fair.
I guess I'll go next. So I think the community outreach within the Punjabi community has a lot to do with like word of mouth. Like you tell one person and they can go tell other people. And I think it's so important to get young women involved because there's so many times that I've worked as a volunteer during elections, and I see parents influencing their child's vote. These girls are 18 years old. They don't really need anybody to tell them who to vote for if they've done their research. Schools have programs where like they teach kids like political parties, the ideologies that every political party has. So it's so important to have these programs like the one that Kizza mentioned that really puts our young women out there, and it really shows them that just to have a mind of their own and not to be influenced by the political ideologies that perhaps their parents have.
I can just add more. I actually found that word of mouth is true. It is something as also Punjabi radio and media and TV. You as organizing the Punjabi Sikh community, you need to know your media, and if you don't know it, it's that's one of the things you need to know, which is great. Getting involved in that space, amazing. But I also found something very different in terms of a lot of youth run, and so we found that when we educate them and we tell them about the issues and have them decide for themselves, they also can do the reverse, where they talk to their parents about the issues and they can become kind of like the power brokers and be like, no, mom, dad, these are the issues, this is why I think you should vote for this candidate. So it's really interesting that we've seen it, seen it in different ways. But yeah, I've seen both